Hey everybody, this is Ted Check, and I am here with Cody. And Cody, I'm gonna take a stab at this. Schrecengost.
Nailed
Is
it.
that how
Yeah.
you last name?
Yeah.
Is it Schrecengost? Yes.
You got it.
Yes. All right. So I am here with Cody Schrecengost, and Cody is a multi-talented musician. Cody, I stumbled across your video of "I Am a Man of Constant Sorrow." I guess YouTube, in its infinite wisdom, decided that they would push your video to me, and I'm like, "What is this? What is going on here?" And I was immediately intrigued. Uh, I'm a guy. I grew up in the '80s. I was born in 1970, so I was there for the hard rock, heavy metal explosion that happened, and then of course the downfall in the '90s. And so I'm always intrigued by what is going on in the world of rock and roll today. What
Yeah.
what what's new that's out there, and what is it? What is the how is rock and roll being represented now? And so the video is great, and I encourage everybody to watch the video. I am a man of constant sorrow. Now that is a lot of people might recognize that title because it was in the movie "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" So that's I mean that's where I when I became aware of it. It's a song that's over 100 years old. I was reading. It's a folk song from Kentucky. Um, and it's more than 100 years old. But tell me, how did you arrive at choosing that song to do for? And I forgot to mention your project is Wings Over Mercury.
hmm
So how did that? And that's the first single or the first song for this project. How did you go about choosing that one?
Um, to be totally honest, like that song, I'm a big Led Zeppelin guy, and I've always like that. My version of that song kind of started with the drum rhythm.
Hmm.
I've just kind of always heard that kind of John Bonham kind of shuffle beat behind it.
Yeah.
Um, I always thought it'd be really cool to try. Um,
Yes.
it's just something that the band I used to be in, we just never really got around to doing it.
Hmm.
We used to do cover shows in bars. I mean, we'd play, every single weekend, pretty much, sometimes twice. And yeah, we just never really got around to doing that. And it's always something I wanted to do. And then now that I've started this, it was kind of the first thing that I wanted to really jump into. So, and it's the
Nice.
most kind of recognizable. So I thought it was a good thing to put out first.
Yeah, yeah, and no, I think that's smart, and also I didn't know that microphones grew on trees. See, in your video, there's a tree, and lo and behold, there's a microphone right there coming from the tree. So
Yeah.
and you're in Ohio, I'm in Pennsylvania. We don't have that in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. It's a native Ohio tree, actually.
Okay,
Yeah. I'm not sure of the name. I'm not a scientist, but
you're not a tree guy, but
they're everywhere here.
nice.
Yeah. You should come down. It's pretty great.
Yeah. Well, I'm wearing a Mount Union shirt. My son went to Mount Union, which
There you
is in
go.
Alliance, Ohio.
hmm
So we spent a lot of time there and did and because he's graduated. But yeah, no, yeah. So I was just like I said, I was just very impressed with the video. You're playing all the instruments.
hmm
Am I right?
Yep.
I noticed you kind of switch things up. Oh, put a hat on, pull the hair back, whatever. Because I showed that video to a friend of mine, and he's like, I think it's different guys in the band. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
it's the same dude. It's the same dude.
Yeah. Once people like see the gut, then they know it's still me.
Ah,
But yeah.
well, that holds the
The whole
power.
idea,
That holds the power right there.
it does. Yeah, that's where the soul comes from.
Hmm.
But like the whole idea, like I wanted to try to like cobble together all the ways that they look in the movie, like all the different
Yeah.
characters. And I tried to do that with thrift shop stuff. So like the goal of the video was to do half parody of the movie "Oh Brother Where Art Thou," and then half like Cody playing music, like
Yeah.
dressing like that. So tried to kind of do that, but
Nice. Yeah, and you mentioned Led Zeppelin, so there's a lot of that, those influences, a lot of 70s. If you were to focus on an era, it's influenced by a lot of 70s bands. I mean, I could see Leonard Skinner doing something like that.
Yeah,
But then when you get to the guitar, there's like it's kind of an Eddie Van Halen with the pick scraping and the tapping. I'm hearing a little Peter Frampton in there, maybe. And then I think I read that you said that, or I either saw a video or read that Slash is one of your influences as well. Of
yeah.
course,
So that's
you got the
definitely a big
Les
one.
you got the Gibson Les Paul, so okay, there you go.
Yeah, I'm a Les Paul guy because of Ace Frehley.
Okay,
That's he's my number one for sure.
yeah.
And then usually like Ace, Angus Young, Slash, and Jimmy Page. That's like my Mount Rushmore,
Oh, nice, nice.
like dudes that I like that made me want to play guitar and that got me to where I sound now, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. That's great. So and the arrangement, how did you? Well, you did touch on that with the John Bonham drums, but the rest of it, I've looked at other versions, but I haven't heard one quite like this. This one I could see like an Alice in Chains even doing a version slightly similar to what you're doing. It kind of has that feel to it almost. Anything more that you can add to how you shaped that song?
Um, you said Van Halen, so that's like as I was doing it, I wanted to because like the song itself is pretty repetitive.
Hmm.
It's it's the same chord progression over and over, and it just kind of runs out.
Right.
Um, so I wanted to kind of at least on guitar, like have every single verse be its own unique thing. Like Eddie did that in pretty much every song. He never played the same verse the same way
Hmm.
twice. You would see live videos, and it's completely different the way he's doing it there. So I tried to incorporate that as much as I can. I think there's like two repeats.
Oh, okay.
Where I started running out of ideas in the studio, but um, yeah, so that was a big one. And then I don't think I'm capable of writing a song without a guitar solo section. So
Ah,
um,
love that.
and that kind of where it kind of goes into like the slower kind of halftime part in the middle with the guitar solo. That's a lot of Joe Bonamassa like influence
Oh,
there.
okay. There we
Yeah,
go.
he's really good at like playing with dynamics like that and um, kind of slowing down, speeding up, and kind of letting a song breathe. So try to take a little bit of that and yeah, just kind of turned out the way it did, I guess.
Nice. Yeah, no, like I said, I was immediately impressed. Um, how long have you been playing?
Um, well, I guess I started with drums. I was in percussion in sixth, seventh, and eighth grade, and then I started playing guitar probably when I was 16 or 17,
Hmm.
and that's kind of been my main thing. And then you start writing music, kind of bass follows guitar in that way. Like you kind of figure out how to play and like how to form a bass line,
Hmm.
um, kind of from knowing guitar. And then singing is very, very new to me. Like I did background vocals in the band I used to be in, but other than that, like this is my first go around singing leads. So that's very new, and I don't really know what the heck I'm doing, but you know, that's why there's multiple takes in the studio, right?
Exactly, exactly. And yeah, I think it is a bit of winging it, you know what I mean? And just
Mhm.
figuring out. I was in a couple of like garage bands long ago, and my vocal range was like Swiss cheese, like just big gaps. But anyway, yeah, it was just kind of winging it and fake it till you make it kind of stuff, and showmanship. David Lee Roth was my hero.
Yeah,
So you know what I mean. It was a lot of that. The charisma and stage
yeah,
presence as they call it. But no,
that's
yeah, I thought the vocals were great too.
yeah, that's some
Almost
of the best
everything.
advice I got when I'll be announcing that here pretty soon, but one of the first like original songs I'm going to do has a guest drummer, and I was talking to him about singing when we were rehearsing that song, and he told me he's like just go for it because listen to any like David Lee Roth line or any Tom Petty line, and then tell me they have like a pristine voice, but like there's a
Yeah,
lot to be said about being on time, in tune, and catchy, and having balls for lack of a better word. Like
right, right.
yeah,
No, that's a good word.
yeah,
That's an appropriate one. Yeah, I mean, when he first started out, I guess before the cigarettes and everything else.
Mhm.
really got to him. I mean, he had that, I think some people call it the steam whistle, that scream that he did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought he was talented.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
you know, but
it's
yeah,
something that.
he wasn't classically trained or anything like that. And
Mhm.
and apparently, I think it was Ted Templeman wanted to get rid of him,
Yeah,
but you know,
that's something that I thought a lot about. Like when all the tributes were kind of pouring all over the internet when Eddie passed away.
mm,
Um, there's a lot of really good guitar players who can get close to sounding like him, but like every time there was a person singing those parts, it like wasn't the same. Like he's so uniquely him,
right,
and
right.
it's and then with Michael Anthony and Eddie's voice behind him, like it's that band is
Oh,
just
yeah, those
the
melodies.
perfect science of just chaos happening at the same time. They're
Hmm.
Van Halen's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I never did get to see him. I saw David Lee Roth solo in 1986
Oh
with,
wow,
so that would have been with Steve Vai and
yeah,
Billy Sheehan and Greg Bissonette. So I got to
that's
see
probably
them. So
still amazing. Yeah.
yeah, that was that was great. I was definitely in on Team Roth rather than Van Hagar, but I later appreciated what Sammy did with, actually only kind of recently. I
Mhm.
developed an appreciation for what he did with the band, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's still like musically, it's still the same guys making music, and they write incredible music with Sammy or with Dave or with anybody that sang in that band. It's still amazing stuff. So
Hmm.
yeah, I'm a David Lee Roth era guy too, so I don't blame you.
Nice, nice. Yep. So other influences. We talked about a few, but do you have any other ones that we didn't cover?
Um, Not a ton, no. I mean,
Oh, okay.
we talked a little bit about kind of the big four.
Yeah.
Um, Honestly, what I mean, we're talking 80s rock here. Um, like what got me to like where I'm like, oh, I want to do that and
Mm,
like
yeah.
play on stage and stuff. Like my buddy and I had formed a band. It was after we saw Steel Panther.
Ah,
Like,
nice.
and it's a parody and like, but
Right.
that was like one of the most fun experiences seeing them.
Oh my God. But they're
And,
serious musicians too, though. They
oh,
can
they're
play.
incredible. Yeah, like some of the tightest musicians I've ever seen. But
Yeah.
like, just like none of them like, acted like they were nervous. Like they were all just having fun. Like
Yeah.
it was a whole different experience than any other concert you go to. You know,
Oh yeah. Oh, it totally is. Yeah. Yeah. I just saw them. I don't know. Within the past year, I saw them for the first time. So.
it's been a little bit for me, but yeah, I saw them quite a few times. I got to see them in Vegas too, which was a lot of fun.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That must have been. So you're talking about 80s. So you were in a band and you were doing 80s cover tunes, or did you have any originals?
Yeah, we had originals, and we would play like 4 hours in a bar,
Hmm.
and we would just kind of mix those originals in with it. I don't know how much of it is still out there because I know after I left, like they went on and did other stuff, and I think a lot of that got lost.
Hmm.
Um, I think music videos are still out there. Um,
What was the name of the band?
the band was called Rumspringa at one point, and then it also changed like
Oh,
right before I left to Over and Out. So I
Rum
know I went to
Springer,
work.
the Amish coming of age thing there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we have a lot of those folks over here. I know that you do in Ohio as well, but
yeah. When I was like growing up, I've had a beard forever now, but I couldn't grow a mustache until I was like 21. So I just had like the chin strap for a long time.
so everybody
And
thought you were Amish.
yeah, so me and my best friend who started the band, like we would hang out and he would say, "Oh, it's my Amish cousin. He's on Rumspringa." And that's how we would talk to girls, like, "Oh, it's nice to meet a city girl," like all that stuff. It never worked. It never got very far at all. But yeah, that's how the band name
Oh,
came about.
nice. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because my county has some. We have pockets of Amish, and then the next county over is Lancaster County, and
Hmm.
there's a lot there. So
Yeah.
yeah, wow, that's cool. So yeah, and it's interesting that you talk about playing a gig and mixing in your own originals. I remember reading about bands back in the 80s, like say they would get a gig in Los Angeles, and they would be hired as a cover band, but they would slip every now and then they would slip an original in there, and just see,
Mhm.
kind of gauge from the crowd. Oh, did they like it? Did they not like it? And they kind of, they kind of had to do it on the sly, you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a lot less strict in Columbus, Ohio. I don't think
hmm,
club owners are like kicking people out the door for playing an original song here and there. But
yeah.
um, yeah, I mean, we got into the cover scene mainly because we had to. Like that band started. Our first show was in January of 2020.
Hmm.
So then 3 months later, the whole world is shut down and there's no shows.
Yeah.
Um, so then like the first thing to like have live music again with these cover band bars, and we were just dying to play something. So we learned 4 hours worth of music and
Hmm.
started going that way. And yeah, yeah, I was in there for I was in that band for 3 years, and we had a
Wow.
lot of fun. We got to play a couple cool shows, and yeah,
Did you ever get into the position where you were, say, opening for an act that was maybe touring the country kind of thing?
yeah, a couple times we opened for Blacktop Mojo. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
No.
They're from Texas, absolutely incredible band. Like if you like kind of like a southern grunge sound,
Hmm.
uh, definitely check those guys out. Um, opened for Firehouse twice actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Opened for Jack Russell with Great White. We opened for Saving Abel. Um, and then kind of like the big Columbus band here is Boba Flex. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but
No, no.
so so yeah, we got to play the Newport, which is our like big club here. That was my last show with that band, so that was really cool. That's a place you grow up going to, and you get to play there is
What's it
really
called?
neat.
What's the club
The
called?
Newport.
The Newport.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Because see, I'm in Pennsylvania now, but I grew up in New England,
Hmm.
not too far from Newport, Rhode Island.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So if you look it up, the Newport is the longest standing like rock and roll venue in America. And
wow.
that's yeah, like most big touring acts will come through there. So
Okay.
that was a cool bucket list thing for sure. So
Nice.
getting back
Yeah.
there, like, if we can pull that off with this act, that would be awesome.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
and okay, so I'm glad you said that. That's a great segue. So Wings Over Mercury, you call it a project, but
Mhm.
will you take it on the road? Will you hire other musicians and get a full band and take it on the road?
Yeah, like as soon as possible.
That's
Um,
the plan. Okay.
yeah, I'm itching for it really bad right now. So we did so me and a couple other buddies, we did an Ace Frehley tribute show. We did that in
Okay.
February. We started planning that like maybe the week after he passed away, like because I
Mm.
have me and a couple buddies, like we were all texting after, like just talking about Ace and talking about Kiss and all those different songs and all this, like just
Yeah.
passing songs back and forth. I'm like, we need to do like a show. Like none of us were in groups at the time. We were just kind of free agents, I guess, and like
Hmm.
put this together. So we did that, and that was a lot of fun. And that kind of gave me like the itch big time. Um, so yeah, for sure I've got another guitar player ready to go. Like he's kind of just saying, say the word. Um,
Okay.
I'd like to play guitar live still. So really just kind of looking for a bass player and a drummer, and I have a couple good leads right now. So
So
I'm
would
pretty
you
close to
trade
having a
off
group.
lead? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think I'm pretty close to having a group. I have a couple guys who
Good.
are like they haven't like signed on or anything. It's not that official yet, but
Sure.
uh, they're pretty interested in it. So I'm excited about that.
Oh, that's great. So yeah, I was going to ask you as far as the band, this other guitar player, would you like trade off leads or would he be rhythm and you be lead or how would you
Uh,
work that out?
we'd probably trade off a little bit, especially like in some of the stuff, like some of the lead over top of the vocals in Constant Sorrow, like that would be impossible.
Hmm.
But yeah, I know like me and him, like we wanted to do this was a while ago. We wanted to do "Flirting with Disaster" by Molly Hatchet. We wanted
Oh
to go
yeah.
and record that and like pass that solo back and forth. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm sure we'll come up with some stuff.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and tell folks how you arrived at that name, Wings Over Mercury.
Yeah, so that is so flashback to Rumspringa. That name changed because there was another Rumspringa before us that had like
Wow.
albums, and we kept getting, we would play. like a local bar in Columbus, and every 2 or 3 shows, like we get someone coming up like, "Oh, you guys are from Los Angeles. You have this music out. I love this song." And it just got to a point where
Yeah,
like
like now.
disappointing people saying, "No, that's not us."
Mm.
Um, so we went up with a name change, and I came up with that, the Wings Over Mercury name at that time, and I kind of stuck it in my back pocket because it's super personal.
Yeah.
So it's a tribute to both my grandpas. My mom's dad, his name's Thomas Hatfield. He was in the U.S. Navy and he was on board the USS Mercury. So you get that part of it. And then my grandpa, George Schrecengost, he was in the U.S. Army Airborne and he was a paratrooper. So he was jumping out of planes. Planes have wings.
So he's the wings. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's
eventually
great.
I'd like to put in like when I release like the first collection of songs, I don't know if it'll be a full album or an EP or whatever.
That was another
Um,
question I had for you. Yeah.
yeah, I wanna do like one of the planes you would have jumped out of, like flying over the ship. I just
Yeah.
have to figure out how to create that, but
Right, but you've already got it in your mind. It's
yeah,
there. You
it's
got
it's
the
been there for a
image.
long time. I just gotta figure it out.
Like the logo. You got the wings and you got the star.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Now my dad just told me the other day, he's like, that looks a lot like Top Gun. Like, so I don't know how long that logo will stay, but I like it.
Yeah. No, I think that's awesome. My dad served in the Navy and his dad also. So I think that's great that you have that kind of that military patriotic influence, in that. I think that's fantastic. And I did see, and if I'm barking up the wrong tree here, let me know. But you had a cross on your
Hmm.
arm. Is that Christianity? Is that
Yeah.
what that? Okay.
Hmm.
So not saying that you are a Christian act, but
No, yeah.
that's part of your life.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Cool.
I wouldn't necessarily say the songs are Christian songs. They're not
Right. Right.
like they're radio friendly, but I don't think
Gotcha.
yeah, they're not
Nice.
worship songs.
Nice. Nice. Um, yeah, I mean so I'm here in South Central Pennsylvania. So we're about an hour north of Baltimore. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so we got a few venues around here. Um, it all depends. I mean, there's a place that my friends and I go to that, I mean, the capacity is probably 200. It's a community bar kind of thing,
Yeah.
and
Those
they
are such
and
fun shows
they
too.
yeah, I mean, it's not. And then we got places like it's a place called XL Live, probably
Mhm.
can fit 1,500 in it. That's where I saw Steel Panther. So, and then have you ever heard of Rock Lidditz?
I don't think so. Doesn't
Rock
ring any
Lidditz is
bells.
like this huge campus. They have this massive, I guess a hangar or a warehouse or whatever. So you say you're like this massive, I don't know, uh, huge act like Taylor Swift. You can set up your entire stage there and
Oh
run
wow,
through everything, run through the lights, run through the whole show if you
that's
want.
awesome.
That's Rock Lidditz. They have that, and then they've got a number of different things going on there. But and then one of the things they have is Mickey's Black Box, which is like it can probably fit like maybe 800 people. So it's a smaller venue,
Yeah, sounds like a
but
rock and
but
roll
but
place.
great sound, great lights. You know,
Awesome.
I saw Accept and KK's Priest there.
Oh, nice.
And that
That's
was a
awesome.
great double bill. I mean, like you
Yeah,
really
it's
like, well, which one is the opener and which one is the headliner? Like, because I
mhm.
mean, what I mean? It was great. It was great. Fantastic show. So,
Yeah,
so we have a number of venues around here. So I'd be happy to help you out uh,
yeah.
around
I mean,
here
if
at least.
we can make that happen, that would be incredible. But um, yeah, I gotta get the right dudes on it and get to rehearsing. And
Right.
I'm starting
Right.
to starting to get like mixes back for all the original stuff, and I'm really excited to like share those with people and like teach them how to play all these different things. And yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited to like get the show rolling. It's that's like the studio and writing music is fun, but like playing live is kind of the real, like that's what you chase.
Right, right. And how many songs would you say you have right now?
Right now, including Constant Sorrow, it's 5. So I might do that just as an EP
Hmm.
and then work later on. And then technically there's a cover that we did when my buddy, I'll just go ahead and tell you, it was if you ever heard of South of Eden, um,
I don't know.
they they had a good stint going for, they just like kind of announced their comeback. But I mean, I'll tell anyone who listens, they're one world pandemic away from like taking over rock and roll.
South
Um,
of Eden. Okay.
yeah, they signed their record deal in late 2019, and then kind of everything just happened around them, and
Yeah.
stuff kind of went south. But super talented dudes. Their drummer Tommy, really lucky to be good friends with him.
Nice.
He came in and drummed an original song with me, and then we played "Out on the Tiles" by Led Zeppelin. So
Huh.
we
I
have
don't know
that
if I'm
covered.
familiar with that one. That's
It's on Zeppelin 3. And
okay.
that's yeah, it's by far like my favorite Jimmy Page riff.
All
Um,
right. I'm gonna have to look that one up.
yeah, Tommy is like he's my favorite drummer active in music today. I can't say enough good things about him, but he's about as close to like an Alex Van Halen, John Bonham like love child as you can get. He's
Hmm.
amazing. So
Oh,
yeah, we did Zeppelin too.
fantastic.
Yeah, did an original. Um, so yeah, I don't know if we'll include. I'm gonna have somebody else sing the Zeppelin tune.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I've tried to do it in my car, and it's just I'm not gonna do it justice.
Oh,
So um,
it's yeah, Robert Plant, man. I
yeah,
mean,
it's
God, that's so tough.
and it's one of his higher songs too. Like
Oh,
he's up there the whole time. Like it's a high
God.
energy song, and it's
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna sound like an idiot doing it. So we'll get a better voice on that, and
Yeah, you know,
I think
you
that'll
got
come
to
out.
know your strengths and your weaknesses. So,
Mhm.
But
Yeah. So
how would you describe the other songs? Since we only have Man of Constant Sorrow right now, how would you describe, those other ones if you were to kind of collectively describe them?
yeah, they're all kind of unique in a way. There's one. So we got this from when me and Tommy and the old band Rumspringer, we would all hang out together, and we would have what we just called vinyl nights, where
Hmm,
we would just bring a 24 pack and we'd just pick one band and we'd all bring our records that we have.
nice.
One night it was Grand Funk Railroad, and I had this riff idea in my head for a while, and it was kind of like a Zeppelin-y thing. And then we were listening to Grand Funk Railroad, and I turned it into like a 6.5 minute song. So there's one that's like it turned into like a big jam band song. Um, there's one like you mentioned Leonard Skinner before. It's kind of more southern based,
Hmm.
um, kind of southern rock influence, kind of like slow burner. Um, there's one that's more of a straightforward rock and roll song, and then there's one that's I think it's like 7 minutes and 20 seconds,
Hmm.
where it's full blown like blues song. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so kind of, well, I mean, not, I think like a blues like purist would probably burn me at the stake for saying it's a blues song, but it's a blues
Not
song that gets loud.
not up.
And yeah,
Not quite like that. Blues.
mhm. Yeah, kind of like a Bonamassa blues, where it like flirts with getting rock, but there's still blues
Hmm.
kind of
Sure.
structure to it. So,
Yeah, yeah. Will we see any more videos from you on different songs?
um, not like official music videos because those cost money,
Yeah.
and I'm doing everything on my own. That's kind of been the toughest thing of like doing the whole solo thing is I'm not splitting the cost with 3 other dudes anymore. So, um, in the future, definitely, and if I can, like put together, like kind of my own things on the side, like I like video editing and all that different stuff, but I don't
Hmm.
have all the different equipment that a professional would have. Um, so yeah, if I can put together my own things, like some of the, like if you go onto the Wings Over Mercury YouTube, I did all of those videos except for the music video itself. So there's an announcement video with like a car and all this different stuff that happens.
Yeah.
That was filmed and edited by me and my buddy. So yeah, we'll see. But I don't have any like music video plans right now. Just
Oh,
trying
okay.
to finish these songs, get them mixed, mastered, and paid for, and kind of move on to the next phase, I guess.
Right, right. So the thing that I find interesting is, back in the 80s, it seemed like you had bands that maybe not all bands, but some bands where that was their full-time job. Like
Hmm.
they marketed, they practiced, they played out. Everything was band, 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 music, music, music. But nowadays it seems you got to have a regular job,
Yeah,
uh, you,
100%.
so that you can survive. And I don't know how much you want to say about that, or if you like to keep things separate. But you do have a day job,
Hmm.
um, that so that you can live, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I work for a school district, so luckily my day job has a break in the summertime. So um, I've been able to kind of make music my like schedule right now, which is
Mm,
really nice. Um, but yeah, it's it's not the same industry it was in the 80s where you could like I don't really know. There's not really one hit wonders anymore that are retiring on it, you know?
right, right. Yeah, that I mean, all the guys that I've spoken with, they're doing something else.
Mhm.
They're whatever they need to do, during the day,
Yeah.
whatever job that they can get, and then, this is their passion that they work on in their free time.
Yeah. And that's kind of what this whole Wings Over Mercury, like this was what it was all about. Because they're towards the end of Rumspringa Over and Out, whatever it was called at the time. Like we got so focused on like quote unquote making it.
Mm,
And like it was hour after hour of like, should we change our sound? Should we change this? Like, how can we do this to fit in with this better? And it just got to a point where it just wasn't fun anymore.
mm,
So
yeah.
like this was just kind of I want to have fun. I want to have all these songs stuck in my head. Like if nobody ever gives a damn about Wings Over Mercury, no one ever listens to it. Like at least I got it done for myself. Like I get to listen to these songs now and I like them. So
There you
like
go.
it's fun. I'm able to do it. Like I'm not my name isn't in lights or anything anywhere, but I'm still as happy as can be. Like it's awesome.
Nice, nice. And then if it does happen to catch on, so much the better.
Yeah, and then same difference. Like even if it does catch on, I'll still probably need a day job. Day job.
Yeah.
Like
Right,
it's just
right. Yeah,
yeah, like
yeah, it was just like a totally different world, back then, with oh my God, just all the stories that you hear about, everybody moving to Los Angeles, and then
yeah,
living on like nothing, like barely having anything to eat. And then so then if you had some fans, they were female fans, and then you'd say, well, you got to bring a grocery bag to get into the apartment.
yeah. I
Oh
mean,
my God. But this
now
one
like with
band that I
streaming,
was in, oh, sorry, go ahead.
just with streaming and everything now, like
Yeah.
it's like if you got played on the radio 1,000 times, like just locally in the 80s, like that was huge. Like
Right.
you were talked about all over the place. You like nowadays you get to 1,000 streams and you know that's 3 pennies. So it's
Yeah.
a very different world.
Yeah, it's so weird. But I was gonna say, so this one band I was in, we played like maybe a total of 2 gigs. One of them we did all on our own. And this is in 1989.
Yeah,
So we rented out the venue. Then oh, we found out that, well, if you're gonna do that, you got to have security. So we had to
mhm.
hire 2 off-duty cops, and we rented the lights and the stage and all that stuff. Everything. We
Nice.
rented everything out, and then halfway through, we blew the circuits, and so
Oh
that was the abrupt end of the show. But
gosh, that's got
we
to be a nightmare.
we each made, I think, $18 when all was
Hmm.
said and done, and I think most of that was probably due to my dad, who was a businessman. He was an entrepreneur, and he got the idea. He's like, hold on, I'll be right back. He goes out, he buys like a bunch of cases of soda, comes back, and then he just starts selling them to people as they
Yeah,
came in. Like we sold tickets, but then he sold the soda on top of that. And when it was all, when we paid the venue, when we paid everything else, we each got an envelope for like 18 bucks.
Right. And then like with Rumspringa, the most we ever did, like it was never an income for me. It was always, the band made money and then that went towards the studio to record or,
Ah,
you know,
it just
and
went
that was,
right back in,
yeah, it was
back
just
into the
it kind of
business.
fed itself a little bit. But like most bands like at the local level, they're in the t-shirt business way more than anything. Like
Yeah, it's
that's where
merchandise. It's
yeah,
merch.
that's where you get your stuff going. And that's like I know like people hate going to shows and like hearing like the singer talk about like, oh, well, you have merch back there, go check it out. That's really the best way to keep a musician afloat, like especially touring people, like who are
Yeah.
living out of a van and like these small tours, like a t-shirt sale goes a super long way for those guys.
Speaking of t-shirts, where did you get the Sasquatch on the American flag t-shirt?
Honestly, I think it was a birthday present.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
that's
sure.
good. That's a cool one. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I just got a Bigfoot tattoo on my thigh. I won't take my pants off and show you, but
Oh,
um,
thanks. I appreciate that.
everybody in my family are big like Bigfoot nerds. So
Oh yeah. So
that's
wait, you put a Sasquatch on your body?
I have a Sasquatch playing a Les Paul on my
Oh
thigh.
wow, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
That is pretty sweet. Nice.
yeah. We'll keep it PG. We'll keep the pants on.
Yeah. Ah, nice. Thank you. I don't want, to make an enemy out of YouTube any more than I already am. So, um, anything else, Cody, that you would like to talk about that we didn't discuss as far as Wings Over Mercury or anything at all that we covered tonight?
And honestly, it's all so new right now. Like
Hmm.
I don't have gigs lined up. I don't have like any crazy new exciting stuff. I know more music will be coming very soon. Um, because I know like we're moving into mastering some of these songs.
Hmm.
So once I get those, it's just a matter of creating artwork for them and promoting them and getting them out there. So
So where
um,
can people find those? When,
they can find it anywhere that you stream music: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube,
oh, okay.
Pandora,
So
all the
so
major
be on
things.
all the platforms.
Hmm. Yeah, and then I'd like to get physical copies made eventually. Um, but that's down the road.
Yeah, because I mean there are those vinyl heads or whatever they're, I don't know what you would call them, people that still love an actual physical record.
Yeah, I just to be honest, I'd like it for me. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm kicking myself. I had a whole bunch, of course, from the 70s and 80s, and I sold them all like an idiot
yeah,
because I
I just
because
got
I
a
at
really
one point.
cool when we did the Ace show. Like I spent so much money just buying stuff for that show. Like I built a smoking guitar.
Oh, did
Um,
you?
yeah,
Wow.
I bought two other guitars that were so I found them on Facebook Marketplace. There was a guy like up in the Dayton, Ohio area, or actually no, Akron. I'm sorry, I get my Ohio places mixed up. It was up north.
Nice.
Um, and he was selling like their Chinese knockoff guitars, but they're still guitars and they look the part.
Yeah.
So I have an Ace. I'll get it down. So this is close. I have this guy that's like the Ace Blue Burst with his face on it and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that one made it to the show, and then there's a Paul Stanley Ibanez over there on the other side of the wall. Um, and then I
Nice.
got the four Kiss solo records from '78.
I
And
remember those.
yeah, I think three of them are still like factory sealed, like like the
Wow.
real deal. They don't have like the
The
poster.
real, the originals. Wow.
Yeah, I'm a big Kiss nerd, so that was
Wow.
pretty cool.
Well, and as far as I know, Ace was the only one that had a hit single off those
Hmm.
four records. He was the only one. New York Groove.
Yep, and it's a cover, so
Oh, I didn't even know that. Is
yeah.
that right?
I forget who did it originally, but like
Huh.
Ace's version is the one that you hear like in commercials and stuff. But
But that was the one. I remember hearing that got airplay. I remember hearing that
yeah,
one.
I think like it wasn't even like an old song. I think he covered a song from like 1975.
Hmm.
Like it had only been around for a few years, but yeah, um, Ace is my guy. I love Paul's solo album too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his songwriting has always just been. For as cheesy as it can get sometimes, he writes some great hooks.
Yeah, yeah, I never had any of those. But I remember seeing them in the store. I remember seeing
Yeah.
those in the store. And then I think the first record I had, well, I mean, definitely the first Kiss record was oh God, now I can't even remember it. It's the one with Charisma and
Oh, Dynasty.
Dynasty, Dynasty.
That's the
I
only
was
one
made
I
for loving you.
think.
It's kind of the disco
Yeah.
record. At least I was made for loving you has that disco beat to it.
There's still a bunch of good songs. Like Kiss, like for as much as like they change their sound, like you can still hear Kiss in their disco record.
Oh yeah. Oh, for
You still
sure.
hear like their stuff but their production really changed a ton, like over time.
hmm
Uh, like you hear that a lot on like Dynasty and Unmasked. Like there's some songs that are really cool, but they kind of sound just sissy because like they don't like if you just turned it up a little bit, and like if you put them in the same room playing that song in 1976, like as they were doing it in 1980, it would have sounded way cooler.
hmm
But that's a whole nother rabbit hole. I can go down that forever. But
Yeah, matter of fact, I was planning on going to this Kiss tribute band, Kiss Army is the name of it.
I've heard them.
They played at the venue I was talking about, the smaller venue, the Racehorse Tavern is the name of that place. So they
Okay.
played there, but I missed them. So next time, I guess they're getting to be kind of regulars there. So be
Yeah.
interesting to see, how good they
Tribute
are.
acts are pretty cool. And that's like again, like you talk about people like making money in music, like the cover band people, like the people who play
Yeah,
4 nights a week in a house band, like those are your working musicians nowadays. Like that's like your way in. But yeah,
yeah.
there's some incredible tribute acts. We opened for a Kid Rock act, and like he was like indistinguishable from like even like during sound check, like just walking around like he
Oh,
was
he was in character.
in character the entire time.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was like hats off to all those dudes. Like they're
I saw the real guy like just about a year ago. He was at the York Fairgrounds here in York County
yeah,
as part of that tour that he had going on, Rock the Country.
yeah. He did
So
a
it was a
tour
two.
with Grand Funk not very long ago,
Oh, okay. It
maybe
must
like
have been the
3 years
same
ago or
thing.
so. Yeah, that's when I wanted to go see, but I didn't catch
But
it.
last year was I think Nickelback was the first night.
Oh,
So
nice.
I
They're great live.
yeah I don't know. Anyway, I was interested in the second night, which was Skinner and then Kid Rock. And
Skinner, yeah,
but
they're
I didn't get a ticket. My buddy got a ticket, and then he couldn't go, so he gave it to me. So I went, and I had a fantastic time.
yeah.
And
I
I
saw
know this.
Skinner with Hank Jr. That was in Cincinnati. And this was when Gary Rossington was still alive, so that was
Oh
really
wow,
cool to see.
wow.
Um, yeah,
See, and yeah, and just last year. So when I saw them, I mean, there's nobody in the band
Mhm.
now that was in it back then. There's no original or anything like that. It's the lead singer is the younger brother,
yeah. Ronnie
right?
Van Zant's brother. I forget
Ronnie
his
Van
first name.
Zant is the younger brother of
Mhm.
Ronnie.
He
But
does
that
a really good job.
oh yeah, no, he does. And I mean I was so impressed. And now I can say, oh, I saw Freebird live. I saw the band do
Yeah,
Freebird live. I mean, you know,
yeah. Like I still got to see Gary Rossington play like the intro solo to Tuesday's Gone. Like that's still like I'll see that on my Snapchat memories, and that's still like still get goosebumps. Like it's
yeah.
so. But yeah, like I don't know. If you love the music, like I'm a guy like I love all the old music. Like all my favorite musicians are retired or dead or
Right. That's
like
that's yeah.
I'm happy to see like just about like I never saw the original Kiss. Um, I've seen AC/DC, but I never got to see Malcolm Young.
Hmm.
Um, but like it's still like you kind of take what you can get when you're in my shoes. So
Right. No, no, I'm in the same boat too, you know. Yeah. It, it, It's unfortunate, it's sad, but that's the way it goes, and that's why I like to, support people like you because you're the next generation. And like I said, I'm always looking, and seeing, hey, who's out there, who's doing what, because yeah, there's been some kind of dark periods in the past couple decades for rock. Rock has kind of gone underground, if you will, a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think we can have a resurgence, and I
It's
think,
all out there, man. Like there's
yeah.
so many bands that do it. You kind of have to find them. They don't really get pushed.
Yeah. So, but I'm hoping, yeah, I'm just hoping, I'm just trying to do my little part to create a groundswell of, activity and awareness about
Yeah. I
going for the
appreciate
next
it a
the
ton.
next generation. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and like I got to like um my brother asked like if I wanted to come like help out with my nephews, and I'm like, no, I have an interview for music, like so I get to feel pretty cool like for 40 minutes, So
There you go.
yeah,
There you
I
go. Well,
appreciate it.
Cody, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, man. Appreciate all your time and everything. And yeah, when you're ready, let's stay in touch. And then,
For
when
sure.
you're ready start getting into gigs, let me know, and I'd be happy to help you.
Sure thing, man. I appreciate that. And more do you know. Thank you a ton for your time.
All right, man.
All right.
Thanks again. Take care.
You too.